Hello. All right, let's see. Maybe this is better. Okay. It's me, Marco. How you doing? Half of Truth Beer and Consequences. So, the Gnarly Gnome. Oh, by the way, coming to you from the family manor garage here. Anyway, the Gnarly Gnome had a Oktoberfest showdown, Oktoberfest Quest showdown last week that had Grainworks Oktoberfest and Westside Brewing's Oktoberfest. Now, if you've seen the episode, you know, I don't know what happened here. That's weird. If you've seen the episode, you know how it ends. You know what moved on. This is amazing. This is the highest production quality. You know what moved on in the Oktoberfest Quest Showdown. Some of you were very excited. Some of you thought that it was like the tuck rule in football from a long time ago, that somehow Tom Brady got off with one that he shouldn't have gotten off with. But anyway, long story short, I have two taster glasses. Exactly the same. What I'm going to do, and the Gnarly Gnome did this round, not blind. He did it with eyes wide open. Anyway, so we're going to do the same. So we're going to pour West Side. And then we're going to pour Grainworks. All right. So, from the get-go, what you're going to be able to see, or what I hope you can see, is that the color and clarity is almost identical, or identical. What is not identical is the head retention. Now, when you stir them up, both create a white foamy head. One has more retention than the other. I do have an IPA here in the Gnarly Gnome glass as a palate cleanser, as one would do, right? So anyways, we're going to dig into beer one. Interesting fact, your nose rotates which nostril is bringing in the sense, the olfactory senses. So what you want to do is 1, 2. That's a good beer. That is a good beer. Okay, very good. Hold on, we're going to do one more. Same beer. Okay, very good. Beer number 2. Beer number 2. Okay. To be honest, I'm not getting as much off of beer number 2 as I did beer number 1. Now, let's try and coax that out of it. So what I'm doing is I'm actually holding the glass above the beer line. I'm swirling it with my hand over it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sniff. The problem is I don't get much. I don't get much out of this one. Okay. Tasty, malty. Flavor is clean, and honestly, without more on the aroma, it's very similar throughout, front to back, same flavor all the way through. Let's go in for a second taste, third taste, because I was trying to talk there. I made that face not because I didn't like it, because I was taking in air, oxygen. I want to see what happened as I did that. It was on purpose. There's a clear beer I would choose to move on if I was judging this competition. Both beers are very formidable beers. And so, as I grab my palate cleanser, oh, that's a good beer. And if you know me, you might be able to guess what that beer is. Beer number 1. Beer number 2. Palate cleanser. Well, clearly, I would choose.
Hello, everyone. This is Julia. I am the other half of Truth, Beer, and Consequences. Not entirely sure what order this video is going to go in, if it's going to be first, if it's going to be second. We'll see. I'll decide. Marco and I decided after Gnome made a very controversial Oktoberfest Quest pick on a previous Weekly Pint, Marco and I decided we needed to see for ourselves which one of these 2 beers specifically is the best Oktoberfest. So I have West Side's Oktoberfest, their Märzen, because they also have a Fest beer out, and Grainworks Oktoberfest, also a Märzen. So these are 2 of the same styles from 2 different breweries. They both make excellent beer, so we're going to see what happens. Have 2 Alexandria glasses. Not exactly proper glassware, but they are the same, so should be able to get the same aromas, same taste out of both of them. Got to open up each of these fine beers. It is incredibly hot. I'm sitting in the sun. Apologies for the redness of my face. So let's go ahead and get these in here. See if I have about the same amount. Not entirely sure what Marco is going to be doing for his video. His is probably going to be more technical than mine as far as how you smell and all of that. My initial thoughts on these 2, so I have Grainworks this side, West Side this side. The color is incredibly similar. The head retention on West Sides is a lot better. Doesn't necessarily mean that Grainworks isn't going to be a good beer because of that, but I do like seeing that nice fluffy head and like seeing it stick around on my Oktoberfest beers, but I'm not going to dock anyone right off the bat for that. The Grainworks Oktoberfest smells wonderfully malty, but there's a very sweet characteristic that I'm not entirely certain I love. But I mean, again, when you bring it all together, the scent, the look, the taste, you never know. Let's see what West Sides is doing for me. So, that one gives me more of that more bready, that more Oktoberfest smell that I'm looking for. As it warms up a little in this, I think it's like 90 degrees today, I don't know. The Alexandria is getting a little less of that sweet scent that I was picking up on. But let's see how they taste. West Side, I'm going for first. Malty, a little bit of a bite at the end. Kind of changes slightly as you're drinking it. You get the nice maltiness, that freshness at the beginning, and then that little bit of a bitterness at the end. And I'm going to do this the same way that Gnome did. I'm not going to kind of cleanse my palate in between, which, I don't know, might impact, might not. Who cares? It's Oktoberfest beer. It's all going to be delicious. Grainworks, which, I mean, again, you're still seeing West Side has a bit more of a head than that. That is also a really good beer. I see why Gnome had the trouble that he had in picking a winner for this Oktoberfest Quest. Okay, Grainworks. Let's go back to West Side. Those are both very good. I think that there are a couple differences between the two that I feel like I'm noticing, and everyone's palate's a little bit different. I do get a little more of a sweeter kind of back end from the Grainworks that I don't get from the West Side. West Side, I get that bitterness on the back. I say bitterness. It's nothing like you're drinking an IPA kind of bitterness. It's just that really nice, crisp bitterness, if that makes sense. I don't know. If you're into Oktoberfest, you'll know exactly what I mean. Let's try both of them side by side again and see what the final result is. Yeah, so a little bit of that sweet, which isn't a bad thing. It's just different than what I normally feel like I get with Oktoberfest. Okay. I am excited to see what Marco does in his video, although the production quality may not be... It'll be fun. That's what I'll say. But I'll kind of apologize for him if his camera's pointing like at the ceiling the whole time. I mean, it's Marco. Who knows? He does his best, and he is excellent at giving 100%. These two beers are pretty daggone good, but I think if I had to pick one to win this quest, I think I'm gonna have to go with